Hello?
Morning.
Morning, ma'am. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Difficult to get through. Good morning, Mr. Hichilema.
Good morning, madam.
This is Mumbi, Phiri, the Deputy Secretary General of the Patriotic Front. I have two questions for you. You talked about government people buying CH. Are you aware that even your members of parliament, when they go to parliament, that's their entitlement? They are entitled to $80,000 and get a duty-free vehicle, which they pay over a period of time. If you think the CX vehicles are so expensive, why haven't you encouraged your members of parliament to go into parliament and come up with a private member bill to tax reduction, or they should start paying to assist so that we save the money, because they are part of government. You remember? They are three wings of government. You remember?
What's the second question, ma'am?
Hello?
What's the second question?
The second question is, it's talking about corruption. On the Forest 27, they are members of parliament from the UPND who have benefited that land. And mind you, I was part of the parliamentarians when I was elected, and the list was going round. I not able to defeat myself because I said I have enough. You remember Parliament, Chitaruka Santa, she also benefit, and they agreed that there was corruption involved. Why haven't you punished the members of parliament who have benefited from that land?
Okay. All right. No, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. Let me see if I can try and get phone calls. Do you wanna respond to
Yeah.
to her?
This is exactly, and I'm glad that this lady is courageous. She's got a bit of Dutch courage, really, and you can see that even her facts are wrong. And this is what PF is all about, a small number of people in PF. You have Dutch courage, it doesn't give you knowledge. Complete lack of knowledge. Number one, she's saying if we are complaining of UPND, complaining of buying VX expensive vehicles, but UPND MPs are buying VX vehicles. It's a simple thing. It's a lack of leadership. When UPND comes in, we will change the policy. We will not even leave it to the MPs. We as UPND government will change the policies that nobody will be buying a VX. It will be the government of the UPND policy. She is admitting that the PF is failing to find solutions to control costs and move the money being wasted on VXs to buying medicines in hospitals, to paying councils, supporting councils so that council workers can be paid, to make sure that children are in school, including supporting persons with disabilities. This is exactly what she's done now, and I'm very glad she has called, exposing her lack of leadership in the party, the lack of leadership in the PM. That is a beautiful question, Madam Mumbi Phiri. Thank you to you for coming to ask a question that exposes and confirms your inability as a PF to do the right things. What are the right things? To cut costs, to cut expenditure.
So it's not the responsibility of your members of parliament.
It's not the responsibility of the member of parliament. This is why we elect government, right? Let's put it this way, why waste time to put private members in a motion which will not lead to a change of policy? Does she know? She should know that a private member's motion in the House, and really this is the ignorance that Mumbi Phiri exhibits, and she has got talk time, right? A lot of talk time in her mouth. But that talk time is not backed with intelligence, right? And knowledge. A private member's motion does not lead to a change of policy, because the change of policy is driven by the party in office. And that's what UPND will do. So why wait for a private member's motion if you know what needs to be done? We know what needs to be done. We don't need to wait for a private member's motion. Mind you, even if a motion is put, is on a simple majority. A simple majority, the UPND or opposition will not win. It's the constitution built in, we blocked it because it requires 2/3 majority. Mumbi Phiri should know that. She understands that. When she was in opposition in PF, they put private members' motions as PF in opposition. Together with us, there was no policy change. You couldn't change the MMD policy. We can't change the PF policy. We can only change the PF policies by a change of government, by bringing UPND into office. Her second question, that we are talking of corruption. I'm glad she again admits that there's corruption in PF. Forest 27. She says they are members of parliament of UPND. She names one as Chitaru Kasanda. We don't have a member of parliament, in that definition, right? I don't know the member of parliament in that definition. Maybe she knows something I don't know. The issue here is that, away from exhibiting ignorance there, the issue is that she's admitting that there's corruption in the PF. And she said, oh, UPND members also, you are benefiting from the PF corruption. That's why we need a change of government. And we will bring a zero tolerance to corruption. And we will not allow Forest 27 to be abused by the money, in the manner PF has abused it. Who opened up, who degazetted Forest 27? For the vouchers to devour it. It was the PF. UPND will not do that. Simple. I'm glad Mumbi Phiri, you called by Mumbi Phiri. I like your Dutch courage, but it will help you to understand things better. PF is corrupt. Full stop. There must be a change of government. You're taking too much money, people's money. Fire tenders. What do you want us to do on the fire tenders? A wheelbarrow, a second-hand wheelbarrow called a fire tender, which costs $200,000. You spent $1 million. You waste the taxpayers' money on $33 million. That money could have gone a long way to look after the weak and the sick in society. When you steal social cash transfer, 10 months, British citizens, taxpayers give us money to pay the old, Nkote, Nkalamba, to support the people living with disabilities, persons living with disabilities. You steal the money. You steal the social cash transfer. You should be ashamed, even to call on this radio, Mumbi Phiri. You should be ashamed. Sometimes have a sense of shame. A normal human being has a sense of shame. You don't have a sense of shame. You must develop a sense of shame. People are suffering. You should be embarrassed. Okay. Thank you.
Somebody wants to comment on the retirement age. Are you going with the 65 or 55? And then they say that because this has contributed to unemployment.
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. Actually, we had touched it on much already. Retirement age under the UPND will not be your benefits, lump sum, under the UPND government. You can start a new business. At 55 years old, when you leave, you are permanent secretary. It means that the director in that ministry can be promoted to become permanent secretary. Because at 65 years, it means those who are at the top levels have clogged up those who are 50. Imagine somebody serving up to 65 years old, and a director is 40 or 50 years old. They will never become permanent secretaries. They will never become directors, because they too will pass the retirement age before the one who is in office retires. And by doing that, promoting those in the middle, you then create employment opportunities for those that are at the bottom. That's what UPND is going to do. So retire the public sector and general retirement age at 55, pay lump sum